Hello friends, and welcome to the horror section. And this is going to be a review video. And I'll be reviewing House of Salem from Wild Eye Releasing. And at first I want to thank Wild Eye for letting me have this copy to review, and I really enjoyed this one. And if you don't know that much about Wild Eye Releasing, they've been around since 2008. And they release a lot of movies from up-and-coming directors and up-and-coming actors, and they kind of get lower budget movies out there for people to see. So that's kind of cool that they do that, because and I really enjoy a lot of their movies. Like I said, they're just they're younger directors that haven't got that much experience, directing, and Wild Eye puts their movies out there for us to see. So that's pretty cool. And we'll read a little bit about this on the back here. A group of kidnappers become a child's unlikely protector after discovering they have unwillingly been set up to take part in a satanic ritual. As they begin to uncover the truth of the house, they find themselves trapped. They must battle demonic forces and uncover a legacy of over 100 years of murder in the name of the devil. So, as you can see, it's kind of a wild movie. It's kind of a part babysitter movie. Like there's, you see the kid getting babysitted, if I could talk right. And then it's kind of like a kidnapping movie, because these people come in there and kidnap the kid, and then they take it to the house, and then it becomes like a demonic, supernatural kind of house kind of movie. It's got a lot in there. It's a pretty weird movie. It's a pretty fun movie, but like I said, it's got a lot to it. But it actually, I don't want to say too much, but it actually does at the end. It kind of pulls it all together. So, it's actually got, it kind of puts it all together at the end. Some movies don't do that one, but this one's pretty decent at that. But like I said, I enjoyed it. It's just a mix of a lot of different movies, and they kind of put them in there. And the director does a good job, Mr. James Crow, and he pretty much does there's a lot of stuff on there. He produced it. He kind of wrote it and produced it and directed it. And he just puts a lot of different kind of horror movies in there. There's different kind of places he's pulling from in movies. And it's a pretty fun little movie. It's pretty creepy. It's very intense in some spots, It kind of made me jump a couple times. Now, it's a little bit longer than a lot of their movies are. If I can find it's 100 minutes long. There's the Wild Eye emblem. It's 100 minutes long, so it's a little bit longer, but you kind of get to know the characters and stuff. You actually get to know the characters that kidnap the kid, because they kind of they turn them around where, the kidnappers are the bad guys. And I guess they always will be the bad guys, because they are kidnapping, but then stuff starts happening to them, and they're kind of the kid was the prey at first, and they're like the person coming after them. And then later on, the kidnappers are the prey, because other stuff's coming after them, because they kind of picked the wrong person to take a job for. They maybe, in the future, they might need to, if they make it to the future, they might need to pick some better people to work for, because these, the people that this house that they take this kid to, they shouldn't have messed with these people. I don't want to give too much away, but it's such a mix of different kind of movies. Like I said, it's kind of like a supernatural kind of demonic. There's a movie called I believe it's House of the Devil, and it sort of reminds me of it a little bit, but then it's got the kidnappers in it and stuff. I don't know. It's a weird movie, but it's pretty cool. You know what I mean? It's just one of those ones that you can't, I don't want to explain it and then give everything away. And, I kind of want you to go in there knowing that it's a pretty good movie, so you could just sit and watch it. And you kind of it's got bits and pieces that you got to pay attention to. So when you get to the end, if you don't pay attention, you might be a little bit confused. But it's still a pretty good movie. But like I said, you need to kind of just watch it all the way through. But it's a pretty fun one. And pretty much everything isn't as it seems. Like the little kid, I'll even give this away. The little kid, it seems like he has, I'll say it like he has some kind of power over him. So I don't want to give too much away, but it's kind of like the people sent the kidnappers after the kid because the kid has something that they want. We can say that. So it's a pretty fun little movie. I enjoyed it. But like I said, it's got some pretty good production value. It actually looks really good. It looks pretty cool, you know. Not that, you know, not that a lot of these movies are bad, but I mean, this one just was pretty cool to watch. I mean, it was just a fun one. Like I said, it's a wild movie. So if you want a movie that's kind of long where you can kind of see how the characters are, and you know, and you kind of it isn't one of those where you're just gonna, you know, go through it real fast and then it's done. You know, you kind of sit there and have to watch it and kind of figure out what's going on, and there might be hints here and hints there, and you know, you really got to pay attention to it. So if you like that kind of movie with a little bit of gore and a little bit of scare on it, then I'd probably recommend House of Salem to you, because I actually enjoyed this one. I'm not going to say the other movies from Wild Eye I didn't like. I just like this one a little better than them. But I found this one to be a pretty cool one. So if you like one of those kind of crazy, you don't know where it's going movies, then you might like House of Salem. It was a pretty fun one. So check it out. And like I always say before you watch any of these movies that I recommend or that I review, please check their trailers. Just check this on YouTube. Look up House of Salem trailers, and it'll be on the, I'll try to leave the Wild Eye YouTube link, and it should be on theirs. There should be a trailer for it. Just go to their link and then search down through their videos, or you can just type House of Salem trailer in, you know, in the, you know, up there in the, where you put in like what you're searching for, you know. But I'll leave their website, and I'll leave their YouTube link there below this video so you can check them out. So check out Wild Eye. And like I said, Wild Eye, thank you for sending this movie to me to review. I really enjoyed this one. This one's kind of a wild, creepy one right here, but fun though. So thank you, and I'll see you on the next video. Have a good one.